Good morning. Welcome for practice. Let's take a quiet seat to begin. You can rest your hands in your lap. You're welcome to close your eyes. And allow your breathing to give you access to your inner self. Even if right now it's like a little pinhole of light, to be connected there. As you connect with your breathing and with your body, just gradually allow more and more access for the breath to take care of you. Moment to moment and breath to breath, you may be observing the arriving process, which can be a navigation between letting go of daily life tasks and responsibilities and turning into this more sacred opportunity to connect with and to understand yourself. To the best of your ability, relax any unnecessary tension, particularly in the torso and your diaphragm, so the breath can help you to have access to your inner self. You may also want to release habitual places of tension, such as between the eyebrows, at the corners of the eyes, at the hinge of your jaw, in your tongue and throat region, perhaps in the upper part of the shoulder blades or the space between your shoulder blades. As you're making your effort here, breath to breath, give yourself the chance to notice both the challenges or the struggle to become present and the inner desire to do so. And those may be like competing aspects of yourself right now, but allow awareness for each of those. Gently increase the length of your inhalation and the length of your exhalation. You start to take this little bit of inner leadership, and during practice, we want to have access to the part of us that is on a healing journey without dismissing or exiling the part of us that might feel challenged or have difficulty in arriving right now. So there's no part of us that is a nuisance or an annoyance. There's nothing right now that we're setting out into the backyard or the corner of the bedroom. There's nothing that we're quote unquote getting rid of. But we are going to increase access. Lengthen the inhale, lengthen the exhale to increase access to that in you which wants to be on a healing path and a healing journey. And even if this part at times seems faint or minuscule or fragile, right now as you breathe in, as you breathe out, increase your acknowledgement to this part of yourself. And And as you're acknowledging this, let it also be acknowledged by me. If we were sitting in the same room, you'd feel that more palpably, but certainly I also acknowledge the part of you that wants to be on this healing path and using this practice to help yourself. And you can also imagine it being acknowledged by the countless others who too share this intention, this deep desire for healing. So as you increase access to this, what you're practicing is inflating that aspect of yourself. And by inflating, we mean as properly filling up a balloon. We're not overinflating, we're not exaggerating, but properly inflating, bringing enough space and energy and vibrancy to this part of yourself. This part is inherently curious and courageous and has a strong intention. In recognition of this, please join your hands now at your heart. And may this practice and this journey be one where you find protection, nourishment, and strength, where we overcome the habits of darkness or the habits of darkening our understanding of ourselves. We return to the possibility of tejas or luminosity to see ourselves clearly and brightly. And may we not face things like impatience or animosity along the way. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Punaktu Savidyang Karava Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidveshavahi Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Punaktu Savidyang Karavaki Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidveshavahi. With your exhale, you may bow your head to your heart. Release your hands and open your eyes. So in understanding the parts of us that have the inclination to default into less than helpful practices, behaviors, and patterns, we can look at it through the lens of the nervous system. We have a part that goes to fight, flight, freeze, submit. So of course you have more parts than this, but there are 4 hardwired neurological reactions that we may fall into. Fight or flight both pick up on our sympathetic nervous system arousal. Freeze and submit both utilize our parasympathetic ability to suppress or to oppress our system, to submit, collapse, or deflate ourselves. So fight and flight are more upward and outward, though there can be an internal experience of fight and an internal experience of flight. Freeze and submit are more deregulating, down pressuring. So the whole system is going down, down, down like that. We become frozen or immobilized and also deflated or collapsed. Past immobilization to a place of like internal vacancy or numbness. So those are 4 options in the nervous system. Of course, there's also this beautiful opportunity to heal from those things. These are not simply hardwired where we end up succumbing day after day, moment to moment. We can rise out of those patterns, and yoga is a great way to do that, particularly utilizing the breath and the body to help overcome these long-standing patterns that have become reflexive and robotic, where the body and the mind, they could do it in their sleep. So yoga is the practice of waking up from that kind of trance-like ongoing submission to these patterns. So I'd like to address each of the patterns in sequence. In looking at each pattern, understand that it has a purpose. Before we try to remedy it, let's understand that there has been a purposeful effort in your system for safety. So each of these patterns has been designed for safety, both in the neurological system of the human organism and other organisms on the planet that also use fight, flight, freeze, and submit. It is designed for safety and protection. So at some level, our neurological system had to make a decision biasing survival and safety. And so if you have a long-standing pattern in your life using these particular fight, flight, freeze, submit, and you find that now it's no longer producing safety the way that it once did, it's no longer so protective, now it's preventative. It's like you cannot move your life forward because of it. But it's preventing that which you want to become or move towards. If that has occurred, then we need some remedies for that. So what was once protective can then become what I call preservative. It holds things as they have been. And then it can become preventative. We are unable to move forward from it without some kind of intervention or remedy. In this case, yoga provides those interventions and remedies. So take heart that healing is possible.